Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are cracking open a fantastic book called Snap by Ellie Rollins. This one is a truly epic middle grade adventure. We're talking all heart and super high stakes. Seriously, get ready for a cross-country quest you are not gonna forget.
So let's just jump right in with the one question that really kicks this whole thing off, okay? How far would you go to save your best friend? I mean, really think about it. Because for our hero, the answer is, well, literally all the way across the entire country. All right, first things first, let's meet our heroes. At the center of this whole story is an 11-year-old girl named Danya, but everyone calls her Snap. And then there's her Shetland pony, Sancho. And their bond, oh, it is absolutely unbreakable. So, just to give you the quick details, Snap is a middle-grade adventure written by Ellie Rollins. It's really aimed at readers around ages 8 to 12, and you should definitely expect a heartfelt story that's just packed with action, a ton of humor, and, a whole lot of courage. But here's the most important part, the big idea. What starts out as this really desperate mission to save her pony Sancho, it quickly turns into this powerful journey of self-discovery. This story is all about figuring out what family, friendship, and true heroism really mean. Every great adventure has to start with a problem, right? And Danya's is a huge one. Her entire world gets turned completely upside down when her family is suddenly faced with an impossible choice. And here it is, the heartbreaking reality. Danya's family has fallen on really hard times, and they have to sell Sancho. This quote from her mom, it's not just about money. It's about that heavy, heavy weight of adult decisions just crashing down into a kid's world. It's just devastating. But Danya, she is not one to just give up. Nope. Faced with losing her absolute best friend, she and her cousin Pia decide to take matters into their own hands. And that, my friends, kicks off the Great Escape. This is where Danya's cousin Pia just completely reframes the situation. She's been reading all these adventure books, which, by the way, were written by Danya's own grandmother, and she recast this whole tragedy as a heroic quest. As Pia puts it, this isn't just running away. This is a call to action. It's a mission. So what's their game plan? You gotta love this. They actually use a list from one of those adventure books as their guide. Danya and Pia turn their whole runaway journey into this real-life hero's adventure. This list, it's their roadmap. It's all the steps they think they need to follow to win, a perfect, straight-out-of-a-storybook version of what it means to be a hero. And wow, what a journey it is. Just look at this map. Their odyssey it's incredible and completely unpredictable. They start by hitching a ride in Kentucky. Then they're causing chaos at the Grand Ole Opry in Tennessee. They lose all their money on a speedboat down the Mississippi, only to somehow win it all back in a New Orleans casino. It is a whirlwind tour of trouble and somehow triumph. But this story is about so much more than just a road trip. The whole time, Danya is on this internal quest, this journey to figure out what being a hero really means. Danya says this during a fight with Pia, and man, it reveals so much. There was this traumatic event in her past, a stable fire she secretly blames herself for, and it's left her, well, kind of cynical. So while Pia is seeing magic and adventure everywhere, Danya just sees danger and doubt. She feels like she's just outgrown fairy tales, and that hero's checklist, it is not working out the way she hoped. Now, a huge turning point comes when they meet a fortune teller, Madame Angelica, and she sees right through all of Danya's guilt. She tells her exactly what she desperately needs to hear. She has to forgive herself. This is literally the first time Danya even considers that this massive burden she's been carrying around might not even be hers to own, that maybe, just maybe, being a hero starts with being kind to yourself. The emotional climax hits when Danya finally reunites with her family, and her dad reveals the truth. The stable fire, it was electrical. It was never her fault. And in this moment, he helps her see that real heroism, it's not about some storybook quest. It's about something much, much deeper. So, after that incredible journey, what's our final verdict on Snap? Okay, let's get right into it. To put it simply, Snap is fantastic. It is a thrilling page-turner, but it's also so incredibly heartfelt. The characters are unforgettable, and the story just delivers this really powerful message about family, about forgiving yourself, and about finding your own kind of courage. And hey, we are not the only ones who think so. Critics have called it totally enchanting and a once-in-a-lifetime odyssey. The praise is actually so high that one of the review blurbs on the book's cover is for a different book by the author, which, that really just speaks to the overall quality of her storytelling.
All right, so when you add it all up, the nonstop action, the genuine emotion, those powerful themes, we are giving Snap a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, this is a truly great read. So what's the big takeaway here? What's the lesson? The final lesson from Snap is that real heroism isn't about slaying dragons or following some checklist. No, it's about the quiet, difficult work of facing your own fears, forgiving yourself, and just showing up for the people who need you. So, if you loved Danya and Sancho's story and you're already looking for your next adventure, don't worry, we've got a couple of great recommendations for you. First up is The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. This one also features a protagonist on a huge transformative adventure, discovering their own abilities and building these really unlikely friendships. It has that same wonderful spirit of resilience. You'll love it. We'd also recommend Hoot by Carl Hiaasen. It's another great story about determined young heroes taking bold, creative action to protect what they love, and often they're doing it in defiance of the adults around them, which sounds a lot like Danya and Pia, doesn't it? If you found this breakdown helpful and you want to see more like it, please be sure to follow, share, and subscribe. It is honestly the best way to support our channel, and we appreciate it so much. And that leaves us with just one final thought. After seeing Danya's incredible journey, we have to ask you, what does being a hero mean to you? Thanks so much for watching.